What can I say? It's the new season. Everything's changed. Studios changed. The whole format of what we're talking about has changed. We have niched down, baby. I'm putting stuff together for not just this season. It's going to carry on 2 to 3, 4 seasons from now. What did we do? We went to the drawing board and said, what are we actually about? And I'll tell you what I'm about. I'm about survival. Whether it's urban, suburban, or whether you're out there in the boondocks, that's all me. Whether it's on the streets, whether it's on the dirt roads, whether it's politics, whether it's figuring out how to light a fire, it's all the same thing. You are trying to be a human being that's trying to survive and thrive in this crazy ass world that we live in. Now, I don't know about you, but since 2020, everything has changed. This world has got a lot crazier, nuttier, and a lot more transparent. Now, it could have been what happened of, what happened in 2020 that revealed everything. It showed us what the governments were like. TikTok has helped us out with this. A lot of other apps have also kind of shut everybody down when they were social engineering the shutdown of people's voices. Now, I don't know about you, but that was something that where they were suppressing the voices. We knew we were getting on the other side of the wall of transparency of what was really going on. And they're no longer hiding it from us. So what's this all about? Why am I changing all this? Because I'm preparing. I'm preparing not only my finances, the place where I'm living, where I'm moving to. I'm not just preparing my family to get prepared in case that there's going to be a recession. There is going to be a recession. I'm not allegedly, but there's going to be a recession. All signs point to it. I'm going to get into why I'm saying that. I'm not just giving you a spiel of what I think is going to happen. I'm giving you facts of, hey, this is going to lead us down this path. There are some of you that are already getting out of the country. They're getting away. I'm not shitting you. There are people already like the millennials and the ones after the millennials. They're like, the U.S. is a third world country. Yes, by the laws it is. But the thing about that is those laws have suppressed people. And they're not for you, the individual that wants to be free. So I created this new season to show you how to survive and thrive to the best of my abilities. So let's get to it. First of all, let's talk about the events that are happening around the world. It's changing at a fast pace, and you guys know that. You guys see all the weather patterns, all the governments, all the laws changing, inflation. You see interest rates rising. You know, back then, you used to buy a house for about 100,000, 50,000. Before that, it was 15,000. Now, the people after us, and I'm in my 40s, are going to be paying almost $500,000 to live in a home because of inflation and prices. It's crazy where we're going to. It's not livable anymore. It's not affordable. Billionaires are selling off, and this was just recently. We're in the end of February 2024. Billionaires are selling off a shit ton of their stocks. Why? Just think about that. These are the same billionaires. They're probably working with the government. They have underground bunkers ready to go. 18-wheelers driving into these canyons with food and supplies. There are now people trying to work from home because they're like, I can't go to work anymore because it costs too much to go to work. And some of the companies can't afford to have the overhead and pay for the warehouses to have you come there anymore. Instead, they would rather pay for the warehouses, or they're going to do distribution and logistics. That's crazy. Okay? They're not going to be paying for stuff anymore. They're going to be paying the minimal and still get the max because they want that profit margin. Because a lot of shit is changing. A lot of people believe, too, that this is the end times. Now, I'm not saying that people that are just religious or in science, but there's a lot of stuff coming together. That there's no longer a belief system getting in the way of the other belief system. People are believing that we're coming to an end. We're coming to a cataclysmic something. Whether it's science saying it's climate change, whether it's religion saying that there's a Moshiach or Messiah, or there's or the Muslim God, or Hinduism, it's something saying that we're coming to this end, or this change, or this vibrational change. It's happening. Everybody feels that. you see people who are already trying to survive. Like, okay, I need to move out there and go out in the wilderness. How do I do it? And then there are those who are like, we're staying. So how do we survive in the urbans when the people are starting to riot out there, when people are trying to break into houses? How are we going to survive that? No. You're like, how does that happen? Why would that happen? Well, a lot of these migrants that came over, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It just needs to tip the scale just a little bit for something to happen, and it will. All the laws that are changing are not here to protect you. It's here to protect the interests of the government and those that are with it. And by that are those of the billionaires and the elite, and those who have those, the deep state, not just not. They don't want to call it the deep state anymore. They want to call it the managers. You know, the social managers, the people who are trying to manage us as people. We're like cows to them, to be honest with you. That's what we are to them. Now, people want to survive out there. People want to survive in the urbans, in their house, in the suburb. They want to figure out how. I have a plan. It might not be a great plan, but it's still a plan. And in that plan, I'm going to give you all the information on what I would do and what I'm going to do if and when the shit hits the fan. I will share things on what to do if you're going to stay in your home and you're not going to bug out somewhere else. What to do. I'm going to share things if the what ifs. What if the shit hits the fan? What are you going to do? Are you going to bug out? Or are you going to stay indoors? Are you going to camp in? Are you going to hunker down, defend yourself? You have people to defend yourself from, the masses. Then you have the government who's going to want to shut you down for defending yourself. You got a lot of stuff going to be happening. You have wilderness survival plans that you're going to need to know if you're going to get out there and bug and be like, I got to leave my home, which I kind of don't suggest unless you already left it on your own terms. I mean, if we're at that point, what are you going to run? They're out there too. You know, and there's no point in it. So if the shit does hit the fan, you got to be prepared one way or another. And my part is just to get you to that next day. And me, I'm not the person that likes to let people fall down like that. I like to help people out. This is my way of giving back to you. What if you are that person? Are you that person that suffers with inflation? Are you, and everybody is, right? Are you that person that suffered that interest hike? Are you that person that sees their stocks just dwindling while the billionaires sell theirs? Are you that person that built an underground bunker? Are you that person that doesn't want to go out there and survive in the wilderness and rather stay home? How do you prepare for all this? And last but not least, how to adjust if the shit hits the fan. And I know everybody has their different views of it. Religion has their different views, because if there is this Moshiach coming, this person that's supposed to rule this world, then doesn't matter what your plans are according to them, according to the way that the plan is. He's the one in charge. Doesn't matter. Though there's no war, there's nothing happening. That's according to what's being said. If it's science, we're all pretty much burning to a crisp because the shit's going to hit the fan climate-wise. That's what they say. What are you going to do if it's neither one of those, but the shit did hit the fan in our country or anywhere around the world and you had to survive? What are you going to do to adjust to the new changes, to the new community? All the movies that they're showing us, leave the world behind, all this stuff that they're giving us ideas of what can happen or what might happen, might just happen. Better yet, to be prepared here first. And keep it in mind that if the shit does hit the fan, I'm ready. If it doesn't, so be it. But at least I'm ready. I just want to share with you the ways on how to survive and thrive through this whole time. Survive it. But if it doesn't happen, at least thrive in it. Because this is the market, this is the time when the most millionaires and billionaires are made at this point of time. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Welcome to the new season of The Streets.